The digital divide. In a world that is becoming more digitally able, it is becoming increasingly difficult to keep up with ever-changing technologies and the advancing digital society. Our society today forces us to have digital knowledge to live, learn and work within the digital sphere. The Office for National Statistics 2016 states that in the last 3 months, 45.9 million UK adults have access to internet or use technology. This figure illustrates the huge spread of computer access across the country. However, it still remains a huge issue that around 22% of UK adults are not using the internet. Prensky 2001 proposed the idea of digital natives and digital immigrants as two kinds of people living in today's digital society. Similar to the definition of being native to a country, a digital native is someone who is fluent in the use of digital technologies and has lived and learned in the digital society from a young age. Natives are digitally savvy and competent with computer use, which allows them to thrive in the digital world. Selwyn 2009 defines a digital immigrant as a person who has not been brought up around technology and has learned and adapted in order to cope in the digital sphere. Immigrants have little digital ability and have limited access and use of technologies. This idea highlights the existence of the digital divide, which is increasingly evident in society. So what exactly is the digital divide? To put it simply, the digital divide is just a word used to describe the difference between those who do and do not have access to technologies and the internet. Anne, 2011, describes the digital divide as a way of explaining the separation of the population with regards to technology use and digital abilities. In what ways does this impact on our society? There is an increasing need to become digitally savvy in order to live, learn and work in today's digital society. Norris and Conceição, 2004, have found that computer usage and the internet access has become a key factor to living in today's digital society in order to thrive socially and economically. Online shopping and banking have hugely increased in recent years due to society adapting and becoming more digital. The Office for National Statistics 2016 found that in March of 2016, £859.6 million per week on average was spent online in the UK. This shows daily tasks such as shopping are now becoming hugely digitalised. This shift to online shopping has seen high street stores closing down along with loss of jobs. An increase in online education has made studying and learning using technology easy. However, those who are still not technologically able are excluded from these chances. This contributes to the widening of the digital divide as opportunities are unequal. Miller and Bartlett 2012 explained that the internet is rapidly becoming the most significant area to locate information, which has benefited education as information is easily accessible. However, those without access are excluded from these vast information sources online. Dewin and Higgins 2005 states that the digital divide creates disadvantage for those living without technology access, as this limits them by excluding them from online educational services as well as employment prospects that the internet can offer. The internet is littered with job advertisements on sites such as LinkedIn. This widens the gap to those who do not have internet access, as job opportunities are then limited. How does the digital divide impact on our classrooms? Teachers find themselves struggling to teach a class of children who are clued into the latest technology and gadgets. Prensky 2001 highlights the major problem in today's society. The children sitting in front of the teachers are not the same children the education system was created to teach. These children are much more technologically advanced, leaving teachers clueless on how to teach using technology. This leads to children becoming bored or frustrated during technology-based lessons. Prensky 2001 also explains it is unlikely that classroom practices would return to traditional teaching methods, so teachers are forced to go out of their comfort zones and tackle technology in order to teach a class of digitally savvy youngsters. Poverty is another factor which impacts on the classroom, as children who are living in poverty may not have the same access to technology as their peers, which disadvantages them as they will be less digitally competent and may also feel socially excluded. To conclude, in order to live, learn and work in today's society, we are forced to adapt and incorporate digital technology into our everyday lives. Without being digitally able, we become disadvantaged in terms of employment and learning opportunities, as those without computer access cannot participate in online job seeking and education. Overall, the main issue with the digital divide is evident in teaching practice, as practitioners involved in classrooms are not digitally savvy and find a great deal of difficulty in teaching using technology. Children who are currently at school are digital natives, and our education system has not been equipped to teach them.